has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free.
Okay, next question.
I'm a horse football coach right now.
You know, it got shoved up, shoved it up. It got shoved, right?
What's up, Spartans fans? It's Willie here with the 65th episode of the Spartan Savants podcast. Joined by, of course, Nikki and Trav, the Dallas boys. The Spartans are 1-0, coming off a win against Western Michigan. Travis, how you doing?
I mean, it's good to be 1-0, so not too much to complain about, I'd say.
Definitely better than the alternative. Nikki, What's up with you?
Doing pretty well. I mean, had a nice relaxing weekend watching college football. Life can't get much better than that, player.
Yeah, great weekend. There were some good games.
Some
nice upsets, some good wins.
One of the best week ones like ever that I can think of.
Yeah, it was loaded with games.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you Saturday went Ohio State, Texas, right into FSU, Alabama. That went right into LSU, Clemson, and then Sunday was what?
Notre Dame, Miami.
Notre Dame, Miami, which is a good
game. You also had Virginia Tech, South Carolina that day.
That's right.
So,
yeah. And then they even weaned us off with a little Bill Belichick on Sunday night, who got his ass kicked.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was that Bill Belichick?
Yeah, right. Yikey. Okay, lots to discuss here. We've got the Western game to recap, and then we've got a big one in East Lansing against Boston College, a rematch from last year, the second game of the home and home. We will have we'll get through all that. We'll of course have picks, Savant of the week, and whatever else comes up. So let's jump right into the Western Michigan game. A mixed bag for sure. Really a tale of two halves. Travis, I'll start with you. Just quick knee-jerk general reaction.
Yeah, I would say that that's an accurate assessment. When I would have liked to have seen us kind of not come off the gas in that second half and kind of keep killed. Like I felt like we stopped throwing the ball down the field as much as we were during that first half. But my initial reaction was, okay, we look like we're a little bit better than last year based on the way we came out. Yeah. Now, going forward, it's going to be, can we finish these games and play complete games like we did when we started? When we go, like, there's stuff out there about like, hey, we can't go off, we can't, perform when the script's over, when we're done running scripted plays. So, we'll have to keep an eye out for the rest of the way, see how much stock he actually put into those opinions. Yeah.
Nikki, what about you?
Yeah, like what Viz said, I mean, first half could not have really gotten much better. I mean, I feel like we saw exactly what we needed to see. Aiden didn't really have to do anything, but the run game, I mean, that was just beautiful. We'll get into that later. Defense was good all game, but man, the second half was obviously it's the week one, so there's always going to be some slop, but this just kind of seemed like we repeated a lot of the patterns of the second half of last year. It kind of just felt like the next game after. I consider last season to be the season until the Michigan game and then the season after the Michigan game. This kind of just seemed like the next step of the season after the Michigan game, where we played really clean in the first half. Penalties don't seem to be too much of an issue anymore. They're going to happen sometimes, but it's a decent jumping off point. Cannot have that second half again. I think that's all I got to say about that for now.
I agree. The stat that's going around that we haven't outscored a team in the second half since Prairie View A&M is jarring, to say the least.
But what you think about it, it adds up. Like,
you're
look
right.
At how badly we've gotten beat by some of these Big Ten teams. You're like, yeah, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Not happy about it, but I see how that's possible.
Travis, what do you attribute that to? Do you think that there's some credibility to what's being said about performance once, we're off script, or, maybe even second half adjustments from the coaching staff? Or do you just think it's more of an execution thing?
I think it's kind of a little bit of all of the above, honestly. Like, I don't know. Well, I haven't seen enough to really dive into that whole scripted issue, but it does feel like maybe they're not making some adjustments in the second half, particularly in Big Ten play last year, because, forget about getting outscored in the second half, but we were outperformed whether they scored points or not in the second half in most of the games last year. So there might be something to that. It's just, I don't know. It's something that's really hard to put a finger on, especially when you're 13 games into a coaching staff.
Right.
And your quarterback last season was in his first year as a starter, as a sophomore, 18 years old. You didn't really know what you had around him, and your defense was kind of a liability for the most part. And you played, 4 playoff teams last year or something like that. Yeah. It's a hard jumping off point to really figure out what's going on there, but that's why they coach and we don't. they got to figure it out. We could just sit here and say, "Hey, that was good," or that was bad.
Yeah, the second half. This is a bit of a maybe an aggressive comparison. I won't say it's exactly like it, but it reminded me of the Rutgers game a little bit, where it's like everyone just looked a little disinterested, and I don't know if that's taking the foot off the gas, so we're just not as executing as well. Or I wonder if they were just keeping the playbook close to the vest and really just running the most simple stuff. And, that's a little easier to stop, and they're really not mixing anything in. I would have liked to start doing that maybe when we're up closer to 30. But, if keeping something in the back pocket picks up a first down versus Boston College or opens up a big play for Nick Marsh or any of the other receivers, then I'm okay with that. I can get past beating Western 23-6 if they just win the next few games. I guess what I'm trying to say.
I guess not. Like, the score's not pretty, and obviously this isn't the same Western team that we played this during what I'm about to bring up, but we only beat them by 14 when we went to the playoff.
Yeah, it
was like they're 37-24.
Yeah.
So we were all kind of panicking after that, especially with the RJ Shelton fumble in that game. So who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Western's not as good as they were back then, but it just shows you that you don't really know anything off of these first week games.
Yeah, it's true. Nick, what do you think the biggest difference in the second half was? What were we doing in the first half that in the second half all of a sudden we weren't doing?
From the snap counts I read and kind of from looking at back, it did seem like we were kind of rotating players a lot more, especially on the offensive line. Players were flip-flopping. I feel like Connor Moore played on the left and the right. I think a lot of it was just trying to figure out what they have, kind of saying, well, let's be real. At some point it's football. There's going to be injuries. Let's see. We can go cohesive with some guys.
Experimenting a bit.
Yes.
Yeah, just Western, who knows? Maybe they're not that bad, and they made some adjustments, and we kind of felt like we didn't need to make adjustments, which still would have liked some. I do think if especially at the end, I know there was that the Aiden fumble after he got sacked, and that was a great drive before that. I think if we ended up scoring a touchdown, because I think we're in the red zone there, if we scored a touchdown and it was 30-0, I think we're all thinking about this game. I don't think anyone's really worried at all.
I would agree with that.
But if we didn't have those, if it wasn't just every game, last year it was after the fourth quarter we stopped being good, and that's felt like it was after the second half. It wasn't just the same mistakes. I think it would be a lot easier for us to move on. This weekend. In the future.
Yeah, I'm with you. So obviously a pretty big mixed bag. So I think this is a perfect game to look at the good, the bad, and the ugly. Start with the good because we're a positive show for the most part. At least we try to be. Travis, I'll throw it to you first. What was the couple things that you really were like, damn, this is good. This is good football.
Yeah, I actually have quite a few, but I'll save some in case Nikki brings them up. But I think one that we can all agree on was that passing game looks a lot better than it did last season, especially with Amari Kelly running over the middle with all that. Running backs, Tullis and Frazier both looked really good when they had the ball, and there was lanes for them to run through, which is something we haven't necessarily seen since Kenneth Walker, I guess. And then the last one that I'll go with was the defense. Outside of that first play, they locked everything up, especially the run defense. I mean, Buckley is a 1,000-yard running back. We held him to like 27 yards or something like that. And we got a safety out of the defense. The defense got some scores. It had a couple chances to get safeties earlier. They created turnovers like they should have, and they looked like a Big Ten defense should look against a MAC opponent.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, the run game in the first half was nice. Even honestly, the second half wasn't bad either. I mean, early on the right side of the offensive line looked really good. Like I know if you read Pro Football Focus, their stats out there, but like I was listening to Sheehan talk. He's like a lot of the runs, the first contact wasn't until like 5 yards down the field.
Yeah, you could
which was
see
nice
that
to
watching
see.
it too.
Yeah,
you could see that watching it. Like, and that's a dream for a running back.
Yeah, I was very impressed with Frazier and Tullis. Cal Tolliver, I think he was on the wrong side of some bad blocking, but he definitely didn't look as good. I think it's pretty clear who the two top choices are. Nikki, what about you? What are your good takeaways?
I mean, Jordan Hall's a dog. He's just.
Yeah, that too.
I mean, we've been hyping him up since freshman year, and he's finally seems to be there. I mean, the Dallas duo at running back, I can't get enough of them. That's what they call me and Vis. But
yeah,
now we're cementing the name
right.
to Tulis and Frazier.
I like it.
Childs was fine. He didn't really need to do anything again. But I mean, short pass, he had a good completion percent. Good completion, it was like 74% or something. I mean, yeah, I feel like we've watched running backs not get tackled past line of scrimmage for the first time against it's like Kenneth Walker, and that was just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, special teams. We'll get into that. That was just my God.
Agreed. Great night from him. Outside of I mean, I'm sure he hasn't practiced too many 46-yard field goals in his life, but a phenomenal night hunting the ball for him. Flipped the field very well. I think you guys hit the nail on the head for the most part. I think more statistically, 20 first downs, which I think is fair amount. 336 total yards offensively. Again, I think I wouldn't call that bad or ugly. I think it's fine. You put up 336 total yards. I would expect more than 23 points. 1 for 1 on fourth downs. I thought that was nice. Travis, you touched on the passing game, but I thought Amari Kelly just was phenomenal.
I wrote down Childs and Kelly have chemistry. Like it was very clear to see. And I mean, I'm looking at my notes again. It's everything we've said. Running backs weren't touched till they were way downfield.
Yeah,
everything. I think another thing was the defensive backs were coming up in run support too.
Yeah,
near the line of scrimmage, a lot of Ade Willie and Josh Eaton.
Yeah,
sitting up there, so that was good to see.
Yeah, I mean, Nick, I think you said the first half. I mean, no complaints. I really didn't have any complaints from me. I mean, it's just they looked like a team that was going to go on to win that game 34-0. Okay, the bad. Nikki, I'll start with you here.
I mean, the second half was just.
I was going to save that for the ugly.
The words right out of my mouth.
You're right. You know what? For the bad, because I don't want to call it in the ugly yet, but the two fumbles from Childs were bad. I don't think the second one was his fault. I know Tulis missed a block, I guess, that he really should have gotten. But again, he's someone who you don't want to turn it over. I mean, that turnover didn't really matter at the end of the day, but and he got the first fumble back. But it seems like near the end of the game, he just has kind of those moments where he gets a little rattled, it seems. And that's fixable. Everything that he does is fixable. And I don't think he was bad, but the fumbles in general were not good. And just you could just kind of tell when we were mixing people around that some things don't quite work yet.
Yeah, I don't know what it was there was a couple times the running backs missed in the pass blocking. And I don't know if that's miscommunication, shuffling guys in and out or what. But as well as they ran the ball, I thought they struggled a bit in the pass blocking. And I think Tullis or Frazier picked up a block on a play. I was rewatching last night, and I was like, wow, where was that for the rest of the game? But that's definitely something that I think needs to be ironed out. More on the pass blocking later. But Travis, what about you in terms of the bad?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of just hit on it. The pass blocking in the second half was just, I mean, they made that number 11 for Western Michigan look like he was Micah Parsons or
I was going to say
J.J. Watt, whoever you want to put in, whatever Pro Bowl pass rusher you want to put in there.
Mm-hmm.
It was just all over the place. I mean, they gave up 4 sacks at least to a MAC defense that probably should, like, it probably wasn't most of it was probably against a combination that's not going to see a lot of playing time together based on what all the shifting they were doing in the second half. But that's still way too many to give up against a mediocre MAC team. And then I guess just the rest of it, this sloppy finish. You got to get better at finishing games. I mean, it's been, I know it's a new group, new coaching staff, but it's been 4 years since we could conceivably finish a game well. And you got to see more steps in that way.
Yeah, they made that Booker guy look like a star. I was kind of like, how is this guy not on our team?
Yeah. And then also, I guess one other thing that I had written down was getting beat early on that deep shot was not good to see. I mean, they spent a little too, like, they didn't spend a lot of time in our territory, but they took a couple shots that they hit on that put them in our territory a little more than I would have wanted to see.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
That first one was just like everyone there, like me and Jordan were just like, oh.
Yeah. It was it was like the Child's pick last year.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, uh-oh, this is bad.
Yeah. One of the things I thought that I didn't love, it's not that they kept Childs in the game too long. I mean, they obviously didn't do that, but he was just running for his life a lot in the second half. And, like, it's week 1, we're playing Western. Like, we don't need Childs getting, knocked around like that. And, look, he's going to run. Like, you don't want to, necessarily put a pitch count on him. But now in week 1, we just don't need, him running around for his life like that. So I think a little bit on the coaching staff there, maybe drop some plays to get the ball out a little quicker or just keep running the ball. Honestly, they were running the ball fine. But yeah, I think the pass blocking in the second half really was my biggest thing. The mix up with the running backs, and I get they were shuffling guys in and out, but I didn't love that. A couple statistics, 2 turnovers. Nicky, you touched on that. Let's see, 4 for 13 on third down, not great. That's something that I think we'll need to get better at, the third down conversion. Penalties, they were okay. 5 penalties for 35 yards. I don't think that's good, bad, or ugly, but
better than last year.
Yeah. I mean, I would take that. I mean, I was saying last year, I would kill for that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I know. But none of them really killed us. Like, those are the worst penalties when you get one that just brings a big play back or, a drive ruining false start or something. But now onto the ugly. Nicky, I'll start with you here. What was just making you want to scratch your eyeballs off?
As I said last time, the second half.
I wish I couldn't watch.
Yeah, it's just at some point, if it all comes, like we were saying earlier, like what does it go to? Like what's attributing to that? At this point, it's the coaching. Like if it's been going on for like 10 games of not being able to outscore a team, it all goes up to the coaching. Yeah. Johnny's got to figure it out. Johnny's got to do something, and he's got to put the right pieces in place. If people aren't dialed in enough, that's a huge problem. Let's change that around. And again, who knows? It was Western week 1. We already felt like we won, and we did. So don't do it again.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't that bad of a win. Nick, you sent us that graphic earlier. Like we dominated based on that statistic. And I don't know where that person is pulling that or how they are, exactly they are looking at it or, coming to this conclusion. But like it was based on that graph, it was one of the more dominant wins of the day or the weekend.
Mm-hmm. Second most dominant Big Ten team.
Yeah. So, I don't think the sky is falling. I think there's a lot of things that need to be worked on. But again, like you said, Nikki, it is week 1. Travis, what about you in terms of the ugly?
Yeah, I would say, more specifically in that second half, the turnovers. Nikki talked about Childs with the fumbles, and that's. I would like to say that's not going to happen when he gets hit, but you also don't want him to get hit that much. So it's kind of a double-edged sword there. But and then the interception thrown by Milivojevic.
That was mine.
It's not that you don't. It's not like that you don't want to see him throw, especially the way that they've been talking about it. But it kind of looked like he just stared down the one read and threw it right to the DB.
Yeah, that was pretty determined.
Which happened to be former Spartan. Tate Ecklick. And
of course, it gets returned for 6
for a touchdown. Yeah, and all of a sudden, there goes the shutout. Blah blah blah.
And the cover.
Yeah, it's just again, it's an ugly finish to a game that in the first half looked like it was going to be a beautifully polished product.
Yeah. I'm. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. I guess the other one I was going to say, and I don't want to harp on this because he had a great game otherwise, but that field goal from Eckley was just.
It was ugly.
It was. I could have thrown the ball through the uprights better than that.
Yeah. That's a tough spot for him.
Most people probably could, but you get my point. Yeah.
Yeah, I had the Alessio interception as well. I don't think there's necessarily too many things that are ugly. I think you could make a case the entire second half. The culmination of everything we did bad was pretty ugly.
Yep.
I don't think there's anything out there that I'm like, this can't be fixed. To me, the biggest thing is just like the second half situation, just not coming out as sharp as you are in the first half. That has me concerned a bit about the coaching staff. And I would be it'd be one thing to me if the players were playing their ass off. And I know they played hard, but there just seemed like a lack of like that first half. I felt like they were fired up, they were intense, and then they just kind of took the foot off the gas a little bit. And like that is fine to do versus Western Michigan, and it will be fine versus Youngstown, and it'll be fine against whoever we play after that. That's the end of the.
I don't think that's.
Hey, it's not going to be fine.
I kept thinking we have one more out of conference game, but that's not going to be fine when you're playing most Big Ten teams. So, overall grade for the game, Travis, what do you think?
Because of the second half, I'm gonna give it a B minus. I feel like there was a lot to like about it, but at the end of the day, they're improved, but not quite improved enough in terms of finishing the game.
Yeah,
and that's gonna come back and bite them in the ass if like you said in conference play, if they keep doing that.
Yeah, Nikki.
It's hard not to do B minus because the defense was good the whole game. Like
defense was great,
and I personally like the Alessio turnover. I really don't care about that. The backup QB,
right.
Second game that we already won, whatever. Like, I don't really care about
just ugly. That's
or not. Yeah, like just B minus, just because that second half brought it from like an A to just
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give it C plus. I think the first half was an A. Second half was a D+. Again, the defense really played great all game. It's hard to really find anything to complain about on that side of the ball from that game. Outside of that, giving up a big play early. Nikki, you talked about Jordan Hall. I thought he was phenomenal. They had tons of pressure on the quarterback for most of the night. They stopped the run. I mean, Western was barely like you said, Trev, barely on our side of the field for the most part. And the only points they got was from their defense. Defense. Yeah. And I really want to tip the cap to Joe Rossi because what they were doing up front with the linebackers and the DB or the defensive line with the twists and with the movement there, I really thought that was
really active. Very
great. Really nice way to get when you have a defensive line that's not going to be great at rushing the passer. That's a great way. There were some delayed blitzes. And I don't know how well that's all going to work for really good teams, but man, it worked really well on Friday night.
Yeah, got a safety out of it.
Yep.
That was nice.
Yep. Before we move on, I want to just check in. It's early enough, I think it's fair to ask this question. Are either of you changing your prediction in terms of win-loss or how your overall feeling for this team is?
I think it's going to be harder to get there, but I'm not changing it.
Okay. Nick?
I probably should, but I'll wait till next week. Next week,
right.
Really.
Yeah, Nikki's record prediction was a little more out there, so
that's all right. That's what we have him on. But
no, I'm just saying it's reasonable that he's gonna.
I can't give up on it yet.
Yeah. It's reasonable that he's gonna consider. It's more reasonable that he's gonna consider bailing after that game, I guess.
Yeah. Nikki, you're a real pro for the segue into next week. Boston College. Prime time in East Lansing, 7:30 Eastern, 5:30 Mountain Time for those of us that it matters to. A big one. I mean, some people are saying must win. Nikki, you're the must win guy. I want to throw it to you first. Are you looking at this one as a must win?
It's hard to not call it a must win. Like, there are must wins. And then there's your team hasn't gone to a bowl game in 3 years. And you're just looking for any semblance of life for 60% of this fan base to care going into week 3. So, yeah, you probably need to win.
Yeah, I think it's as big of a must-win game as they've had in a while. And for different reasons, right? Obviously not a must-win to keep your bowl hopes alive or your Big Ten champion hopes alive, but a must-win in to take the next step as a program. They need to win this game.
Yeah.
Any further thoughts, Trev?
Well, let's put it this way: do you know when the last time we beat a Power 5 school in a non-conference game was? Either of you?
Miami 2021.
That sounds right.
Regular season, yes. Bowl game. Pitt that year was the actual last one, but
God,
so it's been 4 years since we beat a Power 5 school in a non-conference game.
Yeah.
So I'd say that clarifies must win.
Yeah.
And it's Boston College. It's literally not even a university.
Right. Well, let's talk about Boston College a little bit. Big week last week against Fordham. They put up 66 points. Starting quarterback threw for
268.
268, completed 26 out of 34 passes with 4 TDs. Even the backup got in. He was 5 for 5 with 190 yards in a TD. Sounds like the quarterback is healthy and will play, based on what I read from Bill O'Brien. But Travis, you probably know more about Boston College than I do. Let's kick us off and kind of give us your thoughts on who's coming to East Lansing this weekend.
Yeah, I mean it's tough to tell based off of the one game they've played. I mean, Fordham went 2-10 in the FCS last year, so not a great game. Lonergan, the quarterback, is a transfer from Alabama, so it was pretty highly recruited. again, their passing game went off for 458 yards last week, which is insane, and that's going to be pretty. I mean, I hope we're better than Fordham, but
Right.
you never know.
Yeah.
That's been something that we've struggled with for years. The good news is our run defense was great last week, and even though they have a good running back, they ran for 97 yards on almost 40 carries last week.
Yeah.
So
that's not very good.
against an FCS team, oh boy, that is awful.
Yeah.
So they've lost a few of the guys that they had with us against us last year. Castellanos isn't there anymore. I forget the DN's name. He plays for the Cowboys, but he's gone. He terrorized us last year.
Mm-hmm.
But what you got to look out for is the passing game, and you never really know what you're getting with these Bill O'Brien teams. I mean,
yeah,
they've a lot of them have been pretty good. A lot of them have been kind of bad. So
okay.
it's a mixed bag. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't as nervous this year going into the game a couple weeks ago. But it's hard to ignore that performance from Lonergan. Lonergan is how you pronounce it.
It's either Lonergan or Lonergan.
Yeah.
Hopefully after this game he's just known as sacked again or picked again.
Yeah.
Okay,
nice, Travis. Nice, Travis. Yeah, I think that he's probably a better passer than Castellanos is going to be. I think Castellanos poses a threat in a lot of ways, as you saw in the game for Florida State against Alabama this weekend. But not really with the arm. And Florida State completed like 9 passes, and I don't really remember him doing too much against us last year in the air. But I mean,
I think he threw for 140 last year.
Yeah, and it was raining conditions, so
it was.
But I mean, if you go 28 for 36 or 28 for 34 against air, that's pretty good. So this Lonergan guy appears to be pretty formidable. Nikki, give me your thoughts on the upcoming game and the opponent.
So, I mean, Tommy Castellanos, we don't have him, and obviously he didn't air it out very much, but I mean, he was the sickest QB ever this weekend, so that's not a furious winner on the team. Hands up, that's on me. I was talking shit about him last week. I'm sorry, but like at the end of the day, they average like what 2.9 yards per carry. You were saying our run
2.5, yeah.
Oh Jesus! I mean, we have. First of all, Fordham doesn't have scholarship players. Like you can't. They don't do athletic scholarships at Fordham, and they're an FCS school. Like when I first saw the 66 points, I got scared when I looked at the score. But I mean, like I would imagine we will stop the run game to a point where they cannot do anything. Our defense, we might not even have to score more than like 21 points to beat them.
We really didn't last year. I mean, it was a low-scoring game last year.
Like we just need.
Turn the ball over last year.
Yeah.
We just need to, if we can prove what this team can do in the second half and just be like, God, I mean, half as good as they were in the first half, just be like great in the first half and okay in the second half, we should win this game, I think. Because didn't they have 1 or 2 guys on O-line who both got drafted and now they're gone. Like,
yeah, they lost quite a bit.
I don't know if they're going to be as good as they were last year. And
I'll say right now, they're not.
And we simply are better, and we're at home, and we're healthier.
Yeah.
All
good points.
We just simply cannot lose this. If we lose this game, there's just something really wrong. Something is wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, if the run defense is as good as it was versus Western, I'm not concerned there. Really comes down to putting pressure on the quarterback. Making him make some mistakes. They'll be on the road too, and I hope I would think Spartan Savants will be rocking. But in terms of concerns, Travis, I know you kind of gave us a rundown of the team, but what's your biggest concern heading into this one?
I guess it would be. I mean, I don't have too many, but I guess it would be the passing game. Just like I said, it's been an issue for coverage wise for us the past couple of years. I think we're a lot better this year. I don't think that their weapons are as good as they were last year, especially with a little bit of an inexperienced quarterback in there. I would also say our kicking game. That's a pretty big one. From what I read and heard, it sounds like our kickers might be available this week.
Yes.
We won't be on our third string kicker, so that's a good thing.
That's a nice
But
luxury to have.
we also don't know how good they actually are, considering we've never really seen them in a game.
Also
So
true.
we may have to be ultra aggressive again in this game. But I mean, I tend to agree with what you said last year, or what you said before. Last year, I was much more concerned about this game than I am this year, other than the fact that it's a game that we absolutely have to win.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. Nikki, what about you in terms of concerns for Saturday?
I mean, my concern is like, what if it doesn't work? What if we are up? Like, what if we're up 14-10 in the first half? After the first half, second half comes in, say turnover, and suddenly we start snowballing, and suddenly we lose again. Just like at some point, that becomes the identity of this team, is blowing games at the end. And the worst case is for that to keep going.
Yeah, I think the second half stuff is a valid concern too.
Yeah, I agree. I think, Nikki, your concern is right in line with mine, if not maybe the same. I think just us beating ourselves, like not coming to play the second half, running backs missing blocks in the passing game, turnovers, like the kind of stuff that's just kind of sloppy that, if you execute, it's fine. Like, I'm not totally I don't want this to come back to bite me in the ass, and I really hope it doesn't. I'm not shaking in my boots over anything that Boston College brings to the table. I'm more worried about us, and just getting off to better starts in the second half. I think if they can get off to a better start in the second half, they can keep that going. But quick 3 and out or a turnover, and it's like, here we go again. So I think the biggest thing for me is execution on our end and playing to our capabilities, and holding on to the football. I think if they win the turnover battle in this game, we'll be pretty happy Saturday night at Jordan's wedding.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, that's what would make us happy at his wedding on Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, besides all the jubilation and merriment for Jordan, but I think that I obviously do not know much about Boston College's defense. Based on what I saw from our offensive line, specifically in the first half, I feel like we should be able to run the ball, but even more so, like the two weapons we have in Kelly and Marsh and Childs. Childs, I thought he was not as sharp as I would have liked him to be, and that mostly was in the second half. But the first half, I thought he would put some balls around the money, and we barely saw much of Nick Marsh. So I think this could be a big Nick Marsh game. This is where I'm trying to get to here.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to get there, but I mean, Kelly went off last week. It seems like he was on every pass play he was getting the ball, but I really feel good about the Marsh Childs connection in this one, and I think that could be the big difference maker for us.
Yeah, and hopefully all season those two can open up spots for each other, and when that's happening, that opens up spots for Jack Velling and whoever the hell else wants to show up.
Yeah, we didn't talk about the tight ends at all.
Not much to talk about, I guess.
Circle back a little bit there. Both tight ends I thought played good when they got the chance. I like when they feels like they set it up nicely last game with that kind of like play fake rollout. They were open a couple of times we ran it. I just want to see more, like Velling over the middle. Like, it always seems like we're using the tight ends in the same exact way.
Yeah, it's almost like they're not involved enough.
Yes.
It's just like the impression that we were getting when Jack Velling came over after setting the Oregon State single season record for touchdown catches from a tight end was, oh, this guy's going to essentially be our number 2 receiver. And it hasn't panned out that way at all. Yeah. He's certainly has the ability to be that kind of guy. Maybe not quite a number 2 receiver, but obviously a very effective tight end. Just last year, it didn't seem like they used him well enough. It didn't seem like they got him the ball in enough situations. So maybe that'll change this year. Who knows?
Yeah, Nikki, I saw you perk up when I said tight ends. Did you have something?
Oh, I mean, I love myself Michael Masunas. That guy.
Me too.
That is like just your classic Spartan tight end.
Yeah.
Kind of gives me some Matt Sokol vibes. Was that his name?
That's so.
No, it wasn't Zach Sokol. No, but yeah, I mean, I like Masunas. Jack Velling, I think I know he's coming off injury. He needs to remember he played football for Michigan State. That would probably be good. Because I mean, when Lindgren came in, his whole bit was like, "Oh yeah, we're getting the tight ends involved." Like that's the most important part. I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I would like to see them go to the tight ends like vertically every now and then. Like I said earlier, it's like seems like we're just using them very, very much the same every time. Play fake, roll out, tight end, and they're open. And to Velling's credit, he's not dropping passes or anything.
No,
I would just like to see his
number called.
Involved. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Anything else on Boston College? General thoughts, Nikki, Trav, anything?
Must win home game.
It's a big one. It's no doubt about it.
Yeah, very important.
It kind of sucks. It's one of those games where it is a big one in the moment, but like if we win, it's just kind of like who cares. But if we lose, it's I wouldn't say it's who cares. It's awesome in the moment, but like if we win 5 weeks from now, we're not really going to care that we beat Boston College.
If we lose, we definitely care.
If we lose, it's like just disgusting.
Yeah, you're right. If we lose, then it becomes like, holy shit, what are we going to do against USC, Nebraska?
How much longer is Smith around? Yeah.
But a win,
new athletic director getting impatient.
Yeah, a win would be like the Maryland win last year. Like, nice. This feels great for the weekend, and then it's and then it's on to the next one.
Yeah, on to Youngstown, baby.
Yeah. But they do. I mean, it's definitely for this program, I would say, a must win. And when you win those, it feels good. But like for this one, it just kind of feels like, all right, what's the next part of the roller coaster? Like just kind of setting it up for the next one. But if that's it for Boston College, I guess we'll go into Savant of the Week.
Bum, 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 bum.
We probably need to get some music for that, but we
should get some.
So we kind of tossed around a couple ideas this week, but I think when we all agreed that, well, Nikki, it was kind of you that mentioned it, but Ryan Eckley, the punter, not enough credit is given to these special teams guys, but 6 punts for over 300 yards, averaging 51.3 yards per punt. And I mean, the couple that he put inside the 3, maybe. I mean, he
put 4 of them inside the 20.
Yeah, really, just that's such a weapon when you can flip the field like that. But really, just a nice performance. And hats off to Ryan. We really appreciate him being the punter for the green and white.
Yep, we've definitely produced some punters, so it's good to see that keep going.
Yeah, and so hopefully the
best player, we're pretty good.
Yeah. Hopefully the kicking game can follow suit. I can't expect it to be that good, but
got to give him kudos for trying that field goal at least too.
Yes, absolutely. It would have been sweet if he made it.
No one was expecting him to make it, but
no.
Oh, if he made that would have been awesome.
Yeah,
it had the distance.
It did. It was just
he just tugged
way to the left.
Yeah. No, it was not close.
That was like going to hit the scoreboard.
Yeah, it was not going to go in. Our picks next, I think.
Okay.
We're
there.
Pick it up.
It's the picks.
It's week
Okay.
2, but by the way,
It is. Yes.
that said week 1. I got a little lazy.
That's okay.
Uh,
We'll make sure it's fixed next week. Okay.
here's
Last
the
week.
updated standings.
There we go. Last week, 8-5 for me. Travis, you went 7-6. Nikki 6-7. Overall, we got me at 11-7, and then Travis and Nick both tied for second at 10-8, just one game back. So this week's slate, I want to get ahead of this. Not as good as last week's.
Week
so
2.
some
Oh
of
yeah.
these- you know, like when I say games, and you guys are like, I don't know anything about either of those two teams. That's going to happen probably a couple times here.
I live for those moments.
Yes, we're going to start off in North Carolina, in Durham, where the Illinois Fighting Illini are coming in 11th ranked, hitting the road to take on the Duke Blue Devils. Illinois favored here by 2.5. Travis, I'll start with you.
Illinois was my sleeper pick for the Big Ten championship, and they put up. I mean, they played Western Illinois last week, but they put up 52. Duke might give them a challenge, but I'm going to ride with my sleeper pick.
I like it, Nikki.
Yeah, I agree. I think Illinois can win by field goal, easy.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I don't think Duke is necessarily the toughest place to play on the road. I'll ride with the Big Ten here. Next one, the Cyhawk. Is that what they call it, Travis?
Yep.
The Big Ten's finest, Iowa, travels to Iowa State to take on the 16th ranked Cyclones. I don't have the line here. Iowa State -3.5.
Yeah, that actually sounds really low for that. I think Iowa State is really, really good, and Iowa struggled still to score last week for the most part. So I saw a tweet on Gronowski's stats. I saw a tweet on their new quarterback stats where the guy was just like checking in, and that's all. Okay, so
it was like less than 100 yards passing. I think
he was like 1 for 10 or something like that. It was ugly. I like I've said before, I'm pretty high on Iowa State this year, and they haven't shown me otherwise yet. So I'm going to ride with them.
It's at Iowa State.
At Iowa State.
Yeah, they'll cover that bad boy.
Yeah, I think it's a tough one. I feel like this game's always close.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it's going to come down to a field goal. This one's going to be ugly. Like this is not going to be a 34-31 type game.
No, it's always like 19-18.
Yeah, I was just going to say this is going to look like a first quarter basketball score in college, or a first half Big Ten college basketball game. I'm going to go with Iowa. I'll just take the opposite side of you guys here, hoping to pick up a game. I think Iowa State wins, and it could be by more than 3, but we'll see. Travis, this one's for you. The Baylor Bears coming off a loss against Auburn, traveling to the DFW area to take on the 17th ranked SMU Mustangs. Another tight spread here. SMU favored by 2.5 at home.
Yeah, and SMU dropped after a win last week. So it's that's tough because Baylor's got a really good offense, but I don't think Auburn's that great. I think SMU's better than Auburn, so I'm going to go with SMU.
All right.
Oh, that's a stinky pick. I'll go Baylor. Why not?
Tough one here. I'll go SMU. Travis, you threw me one last week for Florida State.
It's a really tough call. I've had some discussions with some people that are not confident in either direction. So it's pretty
All right, I'll take SMU there.
Also a CW network game.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
They can do better than that for the 17th ranked team in the country. Okay, big one here. In upstate New York, the UConn Huskies travel to Syracuse to take on the Orange. Syracuse favored by 6.5.
Welcome to the first. I don't know much about either of these teams. Syracuse, I thought, was going to have a decent week last week, and I still think they had a decent week. So I'll go with them. UConn not bad, but Syracuse tends to have a better football program, I think.
Yeah. Hey, isn't the college basketball season not starting until November? I'll go Syracuse though.
All right. I'll go UConn here. I think Jim
Dan
Mora.
Harrow got him.
Yeah, right. I think Jim Mora. Doing some okay things with very little resources there. I'm going to take UConn. Okay. Oklahoma State travels to Eugene to take on the 6th-ranked Oregon Ducks. Big spread in this one. Oregon favored by 29.5.
I think Oregon wins by a lot because Oklahoma State is a bad team this year, but I don't think it's quite 29.5. So I'll go the points with Oklahoma State.
I agree.
All right. I'm going to take the opposite side here. I think Oregon covers. I've seen them beat up on teams, Michigan State specifically. So I'll take Oregon. I think people are down on them a little bit, but that's kind of right where they want to be.
I feel like people are down on Dante Moore.
Yeah.
I'm kind of down on Dante Moore.
He looked okay. I mean, they played like the Montana Farmers Association or something, but he looked all right. Okay. Yeah. 20th ranked Ole Miss, the Rebs, head on the road as 9.5-point favorites to take on conference foe Kentucky. Again, Ole Miss 9.5 at Kentucky.
I feel like I'm going too many favorites, so I'm going to throw Kentucky a bone here. I don't think they're a good team, and I don't think they win, but I feel like they can make it closer.
I'm kind of out on Mark Stoops in Kentucky now after the 2021 season. They really haven't been good since then. I'm going to go with Old Mississippi.
Okay. This is a tough one for me. I feel like these are the kind of games that Ole Miss just kind of like they'll get up for LSU, they'll get up for everybody else, but this one they kind of just
sleepwalk through.
I think they'll win. Do they cover 10 points? Yeah, I'm going to go Ole Miss. I think a late touchdown puts them over the top. All right, Big 12 SEC matchup here. The Kansas Jayhawks travel to Missouri to take on the Missouri Tigers, coached by Big Drink, Nick's favorite. Missouri favored here by 6.5 at home.
Man, it's a tough one. I'll go Missouri, I guess.
Hashtag drink the water, baby.
Yeah, tough one here. Kansas coming off a down year. I really like Lance Leipold and what he's doing there. I'll go Kansas. Maybe root for a close game. All right. For the next one that you guys probably are not big on either team in terms of knowledge. Virginia at NC State. NC State favored by 2.5.
Okay, I'll give it a shot with Virginia. Sure.
Nice.
I'll go North Carolina State.
All right. I thought NC State. Yeah, true. Jiggy. NC State looked really sloppy in their first game. I can't remember who they played.
They played Caden Hauser at ECU.
That's right. They played ECU, and that game was closer than it should have been. They wouldn't put them away. ECU didn't play very good. I think that's kind of why this line is so low. Virginia's a basketball school. I'll go NC State to cover the spread at home. All right, the Fighting Sam Levitts, 12th ranked Arizona State, traveling to Stark Vegas to take on the Mississippi State. Where are they? Gosh, why am I drawing a blank on
Bulldogs?
The Bulldogs.
Bulldogs.
I know that. That's terrible. Mississippi State Bulldogs. Arizona State and Sam Levitt favored here by 6.5.
Yeah, Mississippi State's pretty bad, possibly the worst team in the SEC. So Forks up.
Yeah, Mississippi State is bad.
Bad.
Whoa. I'll give it to Big Sammy in the game.
Yeah, I'll jump on the bandwagon there. I always wonder what it would be like if we had Sam Levitt. I mean, I love Aiden Childs, but
think about this. Because I've been thinking about, because obviously we would not have had Sam with Jonathan Smith. What would be better? Childs with the Coach M O-line or Levitt with a Coach Caps O-line? I mean, after watching the Alabama game with Alabama talent, those guys are, I mean, this is me saying this, those guys are pussies.
yeah. Dude, Alabama looked like they were sleepwalking in that game.
Yeah.
Like, they just did not look like they wanted to be there. I mean, they couldn't do anything offensively, even defensively. And they gave up like 34 points, 31 points. That seat for Kalen DeBoer is hot.
Scalding.
Yeah.
Scalding hot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for his children and
Yeah.
the
Poor wife.
letters they got in the mail.
Yeah, the for sale signs in the yard. All right, moving on. 15th ranked team down the road, Michigan Wolverines, with the second coming of Michael Jordan at quarterback, travel to Norman, Oklahoma to take on the Sooners. Sooners favored here by 5.5.
Oh,
Boomer Sooner.
Yeah.
look, Bryce Underwood looks pretty good. I'll just say it. He looks pretty good.
Fine. Passing grade.
He looked good. I will say
Yeah.
he looks good.
He didn't do anything bad.
I mean, the rest of the team, they beat New Mexico by 17.
Yeah.
And they did not. New Mexico did not look very good. I'm gonna go
You're looking at his face.
I'm gonna give it the and Harry Potter.
Oh my god. What would this show be without you, Nikki? Yeah, I'll go Oklahoma as well. Okay.
I thought that's what you were doing, but it just looked so uncomfortable. It was like, God.
Okay. The granddaddy of them all. The big one in East Lansing.
No Lions?
Oh, shoot. Let me add the Lions. Oh, my gosh. How did I forget? Oh, boy. Lions at Packers. Lions are favored by 1.5, I think. Let's just double check to make sure we got it.
Well, we're all choosing Lions. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. No matter what the spread is.
across the board.
Okay.
Well, if it's 1.5, I'm definitely choosing them.
Let me just make sure. Why don't we?
Let me tell you, if MSU loses, the Lions better win that game.
Lions are actually plus 1.5.
Oh, I'm definitely taking them there.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Nick. I honestly forgot the NFL was this week.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so I'll go on the Lions. Back to the big one. Prime time in East Lansing. NBC, I believe, /
Yes,
Peacock on
NBC and
the.
Peacock.
Let's see who's on the
National
call.
TV. Time to get
Yep.
embarrassed.
Okay, well, hopefully not.
No.
The Spartans are favored by 4.5. I think it opened at 3.5, so it's already jumped a full point. Travis, what do you got?
I am going to. Are we picking the game and giving a score right now? Or are we?
No, we'll do over under, and we'll do the score with the over under.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So I'm
give
just
me the pick
picking
first.
picking the game right now. I'm taking the Spartans.
Duh. Of the Spartans.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when was the last time I didn't pick Michigan State? I'll go Spartans. Okay. The over under is 46.5. Again, that also moved up a full point. It was 45.5 yesterday. 45.5. I don't know. I said 0.5. So give me over or under, and then your score prediction.
I'm going to go under 23-13. 13.
I'm gonna go under 26, 16.
I'll go under as well. 27 to 14. Yeah, that's under, right? Yeah. There you go.
Bunch of math majors here.
Yeah, right. I'm like, wait. That's, yeah, it was double take. So there you have it. Big weekend, Spartans and Lions. Jeez, I totally forgot about the Lions. But big one in East Lansing. It's got the must-win tag from Nikki, endorsed by both Travis and I.
I was gonna say,
Yep.
From all the savants, must win tag.
Yep. And we'll be back next week. I mean, this is a big one. Hopefully, we'll be talking about a lot of good and not so much bad or ugly.
Oh, it is not going to be a good episode next week if there's not a win.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun one to listen
We've seen plenty of those.
Oh my god, they're almost more fun to listen to when they're when they don't win. I mean, I don't want to say that, but you know. Anyways, that'll do it. Unless you guys have anything else.
No.
Go White. Before we go, obviously Apple Podcast, wherever you get your podcast, YouTube, like, subscribe. Everyone knows the drill. All the savants out there know the drill. Thanks to the college
all free,
huddle.
all helpful.
Yes, all free. Feel free to comment, send questions, reach out to us. We love the interaction. And if you want to come on, we are very much open to that if you're not an a-hole. But yeah, and thanks to the College Huddle, as always, for having us as the Michigan State representative. But for that, we'll see everyone next week. And go green.
Go White.
Go White again.